LifeCON Letter number 26. This happens to be another principal letter. And this was at a high school with over 2,000 students. And it was a big one. Principal starts off, his high school hosted an assembly for all students. Why would you have an assembly after a 2-week break? Students come back from time off and at times have been exposed to or experienced bad choices. These bad choices can be a beginning of or a regular occurrence to lead to an addiction that can put them and others in danger. Part of our role as educators is not just to prepare students for academics, but to also shape our youth into being responsible citizens. Part of being responsible is based on the choices we make that impact our lives on any given day. As educators, we are always trying to find resources that can help shape our students. Ethan Fisher was that resource for our high school. Students need real-world scenarios and stories to connect with. Ethan's story is one of heartache, stupidity, and perseverance. His ability to connect with the students through his life journey is very touching and impactful. Picture over 2,000 students completely silent and engaged with listening to how Ethan's choices impacted him, his family, his friends, and most importantly, another family he did not know. His words, along with the message, made a lasting impression on the students and staff at the high school. Students were in tears, and students were reflecting on the choices they were making in their lives. This experience for the students at our high school is something that all students need to experience and have conversations about with caring adults that are in their lives. Ethan's impact has carried on past his 50-minute plea to make good choices and not be like him. Students are still reaching out to him, thanking him for the impact he made on them that day. Students also know there is another caring adult in this world that there is for them if they ever start to go down a road that will lead to a life that no one wants to experience. Our high school is so thankful for Ethan's words and his willingness to make a difference at his life's expense. If given the chance to make a choice on someone that can come and talk with your student body about how bad choices can lead to addiction and changing lives of many due to those addictions, then Ethan Fisher is worth every minute he is standing in front of your students. Yeah, I received tons of social media, text messages, and comments and stuff after that speech, like months later. That was one that opened my eyes to who I was as not just an athlete and a speaker, but somebody that could connect with everybody. I had a line of students that had green hair and pink hair, theater and DECA and all these other students that weren't student athletes. And they were talking about their struggles, their pain. And that was one that opened my eyes to how big this is. Because I've always been focused on athletes. But the reality is the entire world struggles with this stuff. And again, it's funny to see the difference in letters. My entire story is around alcohol, but this was about addictions. So everybody that sees my story and sees my keynote always takes something different away. About poor choices and bad choices, perseverance. I'll read all these letters eventually, and all of them will have a different underlying thought. Now there'll be buckets and silos of consistency of, perseverance and alcohol and addiction and drugs, but they're all going to have different perspectives and different views on how it impacted them and the ones around them. This event, I remember there were teachers that were going up and down the aisles, and there's like over 2,000 students here, and they were going up and down the aisles handing out Kleenex boxes. Kleenex boxes, because there were hundreds of students that were just crying and bawling their eyes out